So, you are an online business owner just like me. What should be on your website? Should you have 2 pages? Should you have 10 pages? What should be on your navigation? Do you need a call to action button? What's the language up top? What else do you need? There's a ton of stuff that you need on your website. I'm going to make it super simple for you in this video to follow along so you know how to set up your website for success and get those clients and get paid. The first things first is the header. That's the stuff that you see up top. People are used to going to websites and kind of seeing the same thing. And if you get too fancy and do things different, people are going to be confused and they don't know where to go. So do what everybody else does or most people do. Logo, top left. You want to make sure that your brand is in the top of their mind. And the logo is also usually a button that you can click that brings you back to the home page if you're inside the website somewhere. Then you got the navigation. Don't put too many things on there. 5 to 6 things max. Once it's too full, people are like way overwhelmed. Like actually the less the better. So put on there what you absolutely need. Then some tools, Squarespace is really good at this. It lets you do that. Kajabi lets you do that. I think Wix lets you do that. If there's a call out button you can do in the right top, that would be fantastic. That is usually where you see the main call to action. Buy now, look at the demo, sign up for the newsletter, or whatever it is. So some people do a lead magnet up there. This is an example of Amy Porterfield's website, and she has a lead magnet. You see free guide. And then for the website that I'm working on with Techstars, we have apply now because it's our number one thing we want people to do. We also partners, we also work with investors, we do all kinds of stuff. But the one that we chose was our audience that are startups that want to apply. So apply now is at the top right. For my website, I didn't have the top right button in the time of I'm shooting this. I put it in the middle. So that is where my main call to action is. And I'm most likely 99% going to put it back up to the top as well at the top right, because that's really what people are conditioned to see. The top right is like a main thing that you want people to do. So lead magnet, or sell right away. Now let's look at the homepage and the copy. So I worked for an agency company that we helped brands do their websites the right way. So I've literally looked at thousands of websites. Very first thing is that you're human, especially if you're a solopreneur like me, or you're a consultant, coach, educator, whatever that you're doing, having your own picture on the website is great. If you're a bigger brand, obviously you don't need to have your own picture on your website. So I'm going to show Techstars again. We have smiling people, we have happy people on the website. None of these people are the CEO, but it's a bigger company, right? So when you're a solopreneur, having yourself on there, that is a good thing. I'm going to show you again the Amy Porterfield website. She's on there on her own, right? And a lot of people will do that. Just like my website, I'm on there on my own because I want people to see me, because I am the solopreneur and I'm the marketing consultant. So they get to know me, right? I always say eyes, eyeballs, and teeth. That's really, really good to have on a homepage. The second thing on the website, on the homepage that you really want is an explanation of what you do, who you help, who you serve, and how you help them, and what you do. So you can see here on my website, I have all these sections. Like, I help you do this. This is what you learn. This is what you can get out of that. And it's really important to show them, like, what do they get? So I don't say like, hey, here's marketing consulting. No, I say here, this is what you learn. This is how I help you. This is how you can succeed. So you need to have the same thing. What's the so that for your customer that's on the web, or your lead that's on the website that you want to turn them into a customer? What is the so that? Like, what's the point of being on your website, clicking through to either get a lead magnet or to buy something from you? The next thing that you see on the website, and when I scroll down a little bit, you can see there's an About Me section. Just again, because I'm the solopreneur, I really want them to get to know me. You don't need to have this. It all depends on what you wrote up top. But for me, it's important to show people. I worked with big brands. I have 25 years of experience. I have helped thousands of students and clients. And it's really important for somebody like me, a solopreneur, and probably someone like you, to showcase your expertise. Then this is the most important thing, is social proof. I got 2 social proofs. I got the logos of companies I've worked with. Some of them you'll know, like they're big, big companies like Transamerica and Ogilvy and Camping World. And then I also have my testimonials of my clients and my students that I've had in the past. And I only have a few on there. I don't put all of them on there. And then I have a button that says, hey, go look at the rest of the testimonials, where I have like hundreds of testimonials on there. Another thing you can do is you can showcase where you've been featured or where you've been seen. So if you have articles or you've been mentioned on MSNBC or some like really cool, bigger magazines and TV and stuff like that, and then mention that as well. For example, if you're a psychologist or you're a therapist and now you're a life coach and you've been featured in all these like Psychology Today kind of magazines, you will put that on there because that's going to show social proof as well. So let's talk about the other essential pages that you need. So the homepage, obviously you need a home. It's like coming into your house, you need a door. That's your door. That you need to master. That has to be perfect, perfect, perfect. Then the second thing is the essential pages. So this all depends on what you're doing and what kind of clientele you have. But for most of us, we will have a services or products or courses or whatever it is. So the services page, or whatever you're going to call it, is what you actually have for people to buy. Super important. People need to buy. You need to have a landing page for people to buy. So I have all my courses and programs on this page, and then you can click through on each one of them, and then you have a sales page. But the sales page, I don't have in the navigation. In the navigation, I only have my services and programs. Now, a lot of us that need to establish trust, which most of us like consultants and coaches, we need to do, is we have an about page. A lot of big brands have an about page. So the about page is where people can learn more about you. I had an about section on my homepage, and then I have learn more, so they can go to the about page, and the about page just has more about my background, who I am. I even have some personal information on here. I taught a class for Olympians, which was really cool, something I'm really proud of and was really fun. And so I put that on there, interviewed Edward Norton. So like pick and choose like what's good for you, right? Put that on there. The next page is you can do a resource page, you can do a blog page, anything that you might have to give away for free. So this is you're giving away for free before you ask for the sale. If you are a blogger and you have a blog, which is really, really good for both search engine optimization and to be brought up in searches on ChatGPT and AI tools like that, which is sometimes called generative engine optimization, that is really important. So another optional page, and it's overlooked a lot, but it is a page that's really good. It's an FAQ page. The FAQ page helps with certain questions that your audience might have before they actually buy from you. And an FAQ page is also really good for SEO and for GEO, generative engine optimization. So have it. It's a good one to have. I'm redoing mine because I really feel like this is an important page to have on a website. All right, let's next talk about design and style. This is the fun part. You can think about colors. Are you trying to portray? Who are you? A lot of like luxury consultants and coaches that have like $5,000 programs and really high end, a lot of times you'll see them wear suits. You'll see like more professional. You'll see more like gold, purple, and blue, which is very professional font and colors and those types of things. Maybe you are a playful brand. You wear hats on your YouTube videos. You're just really playful, and you can go with like bright, crazy colors and super pops everywhere. I love those websites. Those are really fun for me, but I'm kind of in the middle. I am professional. I mean, I've had 25 years of corporate experience, snooze, super professional, but I'm also like playful. I like to have fun. So I'm kind of like a middle person. For me, I was like, okay, what makes sense for me? So I didn't have pictures of me in suits or anything like that, but I did have me on stages. So that kind of makes sense. I also like the color blue, and the color blue is a very trustful color and it is more corporate, but I did choose that. And then I have some pops of color that are more playful. Pick 2 to 3 colors, stick with them, pick a font, stick with it, and then your whole website looks like that. Your marketing should look like that. Your email should look like that. Your lead magnet should look like that. They all should match whatever brand you chose. How do you get your website to get found? You've already heard me talk about search engine optimization. You've already heard me talk about generative engine optimization. Luckily, there's a lot of things that overlap in these. So good things for you to do is include keywords. What are the keywords that pertain to your customer? What would they be looking for? So for me, it's digital marketing, online businesses, small businesses, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, those kinds of words. So I make sure I put them on my website. These are in headers, these are in the body, wherever they make sense, I put them there. So find your keywords. You can do keyword research. Just go to Google, say, hey, help me do with keyword research, and a tool will come up. Most of them are for free. And then you put them into your website copy. Then you want H1s, H2s, H3. These are your headers. Those are just those titles. And in there, put in keywords so people can actually find you. The FAQ page is really good for SEO and GEO. So having an FAQ page is really, really going to help you. The blog, same thing, and make sure you have those headers and you have the right keywords in there. Then if you are on social media, make sure in the footer or anywhere you want, you can have your social media links. Right now, I am trying to grow my YouTube channel, so I'm going to send more people to YouTube. I also will write blog posts to send people to my YouTube channel. I want to grow my email list. Everybody should grow their list. The bigger your contacts and the more contacts you have, the more likely it is that you're going to sell. So make sure that you get people to sign up. You can have a newsletter link. A lot of people don't use that anymore, but do it anyway, because some people do sign up for that. And then you can have some kind of lead magnet, some kind of freebie that people can grab. And then they can also give you their email address with that. Look, a lot of people spend so much money on their websites and so much time on them. I just worked with somebody that she came to me and she's like, yeah, I spent like $30,000 on my website. And I was like, was it like all hand coded? Like what? Let me look at it. And it was a simple Wix website that she could have done by herself. You don't need to overthink this. You can go on YouTube if you get stuck and do a simple search. There's all kinds of tutorials on there for Wix, for Squarespace, for WordPress, for Kajabi. So you don't need to spend that much money. Don't overthink this. To give you an idea, when I created my website, I decided on opening a business on a Friday, and on Saturday and Sunday, I worked my website and it was launched Sunday afternoon. 2 days. You do not need to put that much on there. You can always make it better later, and you can always pay somebody later when you have a lot of money to make it super amazing. But most of these tools, they have templates. Just use the templates. So good luck with your website. You got this. Just follow the instructions that I have in this video, and you're going to have a website that's going to get clients.